Hey, please. You just took all our half credit.
No, only took a handful. It's Friday.
That's something,
Alright, so today, our goal and our learning target, it says, I can graph a
linear.
system
About $50 worth of good.
of linear
Bring to 8.
inequalities and shade. So we've done the first part of our foldable that we're going to review with today, but we haven't put it together in a system where we have to graph two of them, and that's what we're going to practice. And it's super easy, and it's going to be very colorful.
So we coloring on this too?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Alright, so who remembers what we have to do before we graph the line? What is the first thing we have to do to our inequality?
Putting y next plus b.
Yes, both of you take a point. Put in slope-intercept form. So let's write that. Put in slope-intercept form. Can anybody think of another way we can say that?
Point slope.
Mm-mm.
Anybody have a boost?
What's another way we can say what we're doing? Solve for what?
Y.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Solve for y. Remember, you cannot go over 5 points today.
Ah, poop.
We already got 4.
I replaced that with a
Who wrote my name on here? Oh! Y'all so
They're right back here. If you'll just write it on a sticky note, it'll be fine. Do y'all have a sticky note back there?
Did John write my name?
Alright, now, who remembers when we have a solid line? No, you've already answered.
When it's equal.
No, you've already answered. Who can tell me? You're welcome. Who can tell me when we have a solid line? Caitlin? Greater than or equal to, or Avery? Less than or equal to. Fantastic. Both of you take a point. Alright, when is it a dotted line? You already answered.
Oh, I got it.
Okay? Fantastic. Hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but we're trying to have class.
Sorry.
Alright, when do we shade above the line? Above. You've already answered. Yeah, Shakim, you can answer. No, he can do it. You're not axing anything. You don't have an axe.
I just want to
Ask. Alright, who can tell me when we shade above? When do we shade above the line?
Hey!
access smart people in class.
Avery? Or?
Greater than or
greater than.
Yes, take a point. Alright, who can tell me when we shade below? Okay.
less than or equal to.
Yes, fantastic. Bring it here. So we are going to practice graphing a linear inequality.
Good word.
Look, I know how to fold a piece of paper.
I didn't know how.
Right. Alright, so please open this second floppy right here. So, and the first floppy. A linear inequality is similar to a linear equation, which means we graph them the same way, we just change up a few things. Now this guy, we have to solve him for y. So everybody please put a box around y. Who can raise their hand and tell me the first step in solving for y? Alright, Hannah. Fantastic. Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Okay.
Now, can we combine, take a point, Hannah. Can we combine the 6 and the x? No. Why, Carolina?
They're not. One's a variable, one's a
Like her, they're not like her.
Fantastic. Take a point. Alright, so then bring down that negative on the 2. So negative 2y is less than negative x plus 6. Now, are we done? Is y completely by itself? Divide by negative 2. Now, does anybody remember the special thing that happens on inequalities when we divide by a negative?
The sign.
Okay. We flip the sign. Alright, so we're going to flip the sign, and it's going to become greater than. Now, do we divide just one thing over here by negative 2, or all the things? All the things. Can anybody raise their hand and tell me what negative x divided by negative 2 is? Ashley? Nope. Eric? What?
I mean, 1/2.
No, you got it wrong the first time.
Say it again.
1/2.
1/2 what?
1/2 x.
1/2 x. Fantastic.
Take a point.
Take a point. 1/2 x. Say thank you to your teammate. Now, the reason it's 1/2, guys, is because it's negative 1x divided by negative 2, so that makes positive 1/2. How many of you knew that before Eric said it?
No.
Look at you guys go. We are not afraid of fractions. No, we're not. All right. Now, what is 6 divided by negative 2? Avery? Negative 3. Take a point. Eric, do I need to zoom in?
I'm not.
Are you sure? Okay. All right. Now, after we have solved it for y, we need to plot this using our slope and y-intercept. What's our y-intercept here, Tyreek?
3. -3.
Negative 3. Take a point. So we go down 3 and put a dot. What's our slope?
1/2.
Shakeem.
1/2.
So what do we do with that? Up 1 and then?
Right. T.
Right 2. Fantastic. Do I do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you can't go no more.
And then I go down here and do what?
You go down one. Left.
Take a point.
Probably so.
Now, don't connect your dots yet.
I found you have a problem.
Don't connect your dots. Does everybody see how we... I can't. See how we plotted these points?
Yes, I see. I just don't see how you get the answer.
What answer?
This?
This? We have negative 1, right? Because there's an invisible 1 in front of that. Negative 1 divided by negative 2 is positive 1/2. I got 1 cheeseburger and 2 friends. I got to cut it in half so everybody can eat. And then I do 6 divided by negative 2, and that gave me negative 3. If it's just an x by itself, there's always an invisible 1 right there. Okay? All right, now, we have to figure out if it's a solid or dotted line. Now, somebody from Durmstrang back there, because you guys haven't answered much. Can you guys tell me if it's a solid or dotted? Dotted. Why? Take 2 points because you answered 2 questions. Life isn't fair. Alright, what else do we have to do besides just connect with dotted lines? We have to shade. Now, are we going to shade above or below? Above, because it's greater than. So shade above. I'm going to get my colored pencils so I don't waste my markers. Stop that. Weirdo.
No.
You better pick those up, son. Shade above the line. Now, why did I not go below this line?
Because it wasn't negative.
No.
Well, it wasn't less than.
Because it wasn't less than. Fantastic. Take a point.
Hey.
No. They were all in order, too.
That's 4.
Okay, I'll start over.
One more point.
Alright, open the sky.
Open the sky.
Yes. Alright, it says test a point. The solution should be shaded. So everybody put a dot with a marker or something on 0, 0. Is that in the shaded region?
Yes.
Yes. So that means that we should be able to plug it in here and our inequality be true. So we have 0 is x, 0 is y. So everybody write 0 minus 2 times 0 is less than 6. Now, the reason we did that is because we're testing this point. So we plug in 0 for x, 0 for y, because those are x and y. Now, what is 2 times 0?
0.
What is 0 minus 0?
0.
Is 0 less than 6?
Yes.
Boom, it worked.
It's 6.
It's kind of common sense.
It is. But what if I had the point 3, negative 3? Look at your graph and tell me if you think 3, negative 3 would be a solution.
No.
No.
Why?
Because it's below the shaded area.
It's below the shaded area. Fantastic. If you said that, take a point.
Okay. Give the point for somebody at the
You
donation.
can't go over today.
Give the point. So
Did y'all take
somebody at
one?
the donation.
Okay.
No.
I'll find it.
You heard me? You didn't hear me?
No, you can't donate points.
Oh.
All right. Any questions so far? All right. Open the flappy so that it looks like this. Look, it makes a magic booklet.
Oh my lord.
Yay.
He really does exist.
We're getting to an awesome foldable soon. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I should say her make me.
At least I'm excited about something. Right?
Oh.
I'm glad the video isn't like all of us in the room. Alright guys, so first we have to solve each inequality for y. So I'm going to solve this guy in orange, and then I'm going to solve this guy in green. Now if I'm talking and you're talking, how are you learning?
You're not. I don't know how.
So what should you be doing? Amen. Alright, so I'm going to write my first one. 2x plus y is less than 4. Who can raise their hand, not scream at me, and tell me how to solve that for y? Hannah?
Subtract 2x on both sides.
Anybody can understand.
And what's my inequality going to be? Y is what?
Why?
Avery?
2x.
Negative 2x.
Oh, negative 2x.
Awesome.
Did I say YX?
I don't know what he's saying. Both of you take a point. Good job, girls.
Hold on, how do you still have the 4?
Okay, why do we not combine these together, guys?
They're not like her.
They're not like terms. So you bring down the 4 because it's part of your problem.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to rewrite this problem right here. X minus 3y is less than or equal to 9.
X. Okay.
Can somebody tell me how to solve that one? All right, Tyreek.
Add 3 to both sides. Oh yeah. Add X. Add
Subtract
3Y.
X for both sides.
Subtract.
Subtract x. Okay, so you see how we moved the x over here in the first one?
Yeah.
We're still trying to get y by itself, so move the x.
Oh.
So you would subtract x,
On both sides.
and you would get negative 3y is less than or equal to negative x plus 9. Now, can anybody tell me why we subtracted that x and not when we didn't add?
Because the X is positive.
It's positive, and to do the opposite, you have to subtract. Okay, what can we do now? It's not going to work with the tiny stapler. That's why nobody's been stapling with a tiny stapler. They wanted me to staple it, and that's why we moved on to our lesson for today.
Yeah, try to sign. Put it next.
All right, what do we do now? Mitchell, I would like you to tell me what we do. Don't freak out. I want you to tell me what we do next. With no help from anyone, Mitchell's doing it. Put your hand down. He's got it.
I thought you only put an elbow up.
Move your hand up.
If you're confused, open this guy. What did we do here once we got to this point? What did we do? We divided by what? And okay, so why did we divide by negative 2? It was in front of the y, right? Okay, so what are we going to divide by here? Negative 3. Do we flip our sign? Okay, Mitchell, I feel like you struggled enough to earn your point.
So if you struggle, you get a point. Wait.
Alright. Oh, that's sad.
Oh, she gave it to me.
Alright, Durmstrang, can you tell me what negative x divided by negative 3 is?
What about box? Oh, it's like 1 divided by 3. Negative 1 divided by 3.
I'm asking Durmstrang back there to tell me.
Box batons.
I'm asking Box Batons next. Bow Battens, stop it.
Child.
Durmstrang, tell me what negative x divided by negative 3 is. Girls, y'all do know I'm talking to you, right?
Oh.
1/3 x.
Yeah.
Good help from Box Battens.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all get your point.
Box batons. Excuse me.
Take a point. Alright, what's 9 divided by negative 3, Durmstrang?
Negative 3.
You're not Durmstrang, you're Bow Battens.
That's the right answer.
You're at Durmstrang Tower.
Oh, that's so easy.
I know. Oh my God, Tyreek, I'm so glad that you get this. Like, I'm real proud of you. I know it sounds sarcastic, but it's not.
I never said it to this classroom before.
Okay, now we're going to graph each shading lightly. So let's graph the orange first. Everybody come up here. This one's green. This one's orange. How do we graph this guy?
Go up 4.
Up 4. Everybody go up 4. What do we do after we go up 4?
Go down 2 to the right 1.
Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Sean, can you tell me if I'm going to use a solid or a dash line?
Sean, you're gonna use the dash
Why?
because hold on, I can't see.
Look at your paper in front of you.
Okay. You're gonna use the dash line because it's greater than or equal to.
No.
So we're using a solid. Never mind.
No.
Because
We're graphing this line. Why do we use a dash line?
because it's not greater.
There's no line under it.
You
You did not earn your point.
He's struggling.
Did you? Okay, now answer this one and you can earn your point. Do we shade above or below? Why are you standing up?
Oh, you shade below.
Why?
Because it's less than.
Fantastic. Okay. All right, now please shade lightly. Don't go crazy if you're using a marker. Do you see how I shaded, Mitchell? Mitchell, are you sure? Okay. Yes, shade below because it's less than. All right, can someone help me graph this guy?
Maybe.
I will.
Okay, tell me.
You go down 3.
And then?
Go up 1 to the right.
Fantastic. And then down 1 and to the left 3. Am I going to have a solid or dash line?
Solid.
Because it's 1/3 right there, baby. You go up 1, right 3. You do have a solid line. Why do we have a solid line? Because what?
Greater than.
Because what? Oh no, if you're going to be about it, baby.
Oh yeah, strike up. Oh yeah, strike up. Oh yeah.
Don't mutter things and think it's cute. If you're going to be about it, be about it.
Now, what says your face? Be about it.
Alright, are we going to shade above or below? Above, because it's greater than.
You get a point.
You do.
We can't get it.
Well, then you can't. Now,
We need one more point.
do you see where the colors overlap?
Yes.
Those are your solutions, so darken in. So where the colors overlap, that's the solution to your system. And then you're done.
So any point in that region.
Yes. Any point in that region is a solution. Now, who can tell me why this section of green right here is not a solution to both?
Because the first one you had to shade below it.
It has to be under the orange line, right?
Yes.
And is this section under the orange line?
No.
No, so it's not a solution. Now, this is under the orange line, but what is it not above?
The green one.
They're green, so it's not a solution. And this satisfies nothing. So this is our solution. And you can draw an arrow to it and write solution.
Just a quick afternoon announcement.
Now, your homework is this example and one other problem. And that's it.
See you in the library at 7:45 on Thursday, February 2nd, for an informative meeting. That's senior superlative or senior Q2. In the library at 7:45 Thursday, February 2nd, for an informative.
All I gotta do is grab that and be done.
Yep.
Great idea.
And shade appropriately.